G'day and welcome back to Raniko Plays The Long Dark. So last time I lasted a little bit over a day and basically was left with kind of a weak impression of the game. And I think it's very much that right now the game only has this sandbox mode and it's only about how long you can survive, and it's just not really what I'm after. But I've talked to my partner and asked her why, what she really is enjoying about it, and I'm gonna give it another go. Basically, one of the things that she suggests is making more fires outdoors, which I'll give a go. Okay, so we are on a river. This time we didn't start in biting cold, which is helpful, and it's not foggy, so I mean it's still very cold, so... Oh, what? Seriously? Fuck you, wolf! So, this game, not actually interested in being particularly fair. Right? So you can start off at night, in the dark, or, in this instance, right by a wolf. Oh, what?! Right by a wolf that is going to immediately try and kill you. And I'm not in great shape already because of that. Also, that's cool. That's one way of getting food, I guess. I'm dying because of the whole biting. Let's see, is there anything I can use? Do I have antiseptic? I'm tired, and I'm possibly... No, I'm not infected straight away, I'm just really hurt. I'm very cold. That shivering was helpful. Oh god dang it. You fuckers. I would like to stop and take stock of what I've got, but I'm pretty sure this is gonna end. I'm gonna rush for the cabin, because this is right near where I died last time. Oh look, there's a wolf eating a deer. I may go through what it leaves behind in a bit, but right now, it's... Yep, eaten by wolves. So, that was 34 minutes. Let's try that again. And this time, the game is much kinder to me. I start off in the middle of a blizzard. Oh, that's very kind of you, and is totally not going to result in a similarly short life. Well, I did not realize just how gentle the game was being on me the very first time I spawned. Didn't spawn me right next to any wolves. Just spawn me in high wind. Because, this situation. Alright, I guess I should check to see what I've got to hand. Maybe if I'd used the flare last time, it could have helped. Who knows? But at this point, I guess... Oh, that was great, I guess. Okay. First aid. ankle. I need painkillers or rest. I'm gonna have to keep going on this ankle, which is going to, I guess, hinder my movement. It's kind of cool that you can sprain your ankle. Less cool that, like, it happened the way it did. Also,
To first aid soon.
yep, I hear you, lady. But I'm pretty sure you're not gonna get first aid. Instead, you're gonna die. You really shouldn't have sprained that ankle so quickly. Hopefully the cold will mean that you won't feel the pain of walking on this ankle too much longer. Because, yeah, you're gonna be dead. Or I'm just gonna restart. In fact, I'm just gonna restart. Keep clicking on story, because I expect story to work. But, yeah. Basically, I think that this game will be a lot more interesting for me personally when there is more direction to it. For me, a game with very little direction just generally is not what I'm after. It's snowing now. Cool. I'm gonna try down here. Gonna go downhill. But, yeah, so, I mean, the thing that comes to mind with the survival element, Frozen Creek. People like to build near creeks, right? I'm gonna follow this creek. It's a feature to follow. But yeah, so, I actually, like, think of Minecraft when I think of, like, a very little direction kind of survival game. Except, of course, Minecraft survival elements are much, much easier to deal with. Wait, is that a fence up there? That sounds positively civilized. That hopefully means some kind of thing, as long as I can work out how to get up here. But, yeah. What was I saying? Minecraft. Yes. So in Minecraft, the bit that I always find more interesting is the building. Like, that is really much more of what it's about, and the survival elements are there to kind of encourage me to go out and do things. Here, it is all about survival, and Minecraft is probably not a really good comparison at all, because here, it's like there's nothing else. It is about building up where you can and trying to stay ahead of the slow starvation and freezing. But it isn't... I saw a fence. Unless the fence is higher up. It is higher up. I bet I'm not going to be able to quite make it because... Of course I won't. So close. Alright, continuing along. I'm assuming that warmer does not mean warming up, by the way. And besides, any survival elements in Minecraft can be mostly resolved by just building up and literally building up and out of the way. So that is tree logging down there. It's cool having this kind of a view, but how do I get up to where that fence was? I don't know that it's possible. I'm just gonna fall and break my ankle at this rate. But if I look around down there, maybe I can see somewhere I can rest through these trees. There's no jump button, which means you can't exploit it the same way to get up hills. There's that fence. I'm closer than I've ever been to it. Hey, I'm up. Keeps going upwards. It's a path. I guess I just failed to find the path. It's much warmer than my other starts have been. Well, I guess going onto a frozen lake is probably not the easiest way to stay warm. Oh. Oh no, the path doesn't just abruptly end. It just... Yeah, okay. Don't know what caught me there. Forestry lookout. This doesn't actually look like a very warm building, mostly because of the nice big windows. But who knows, it's Canada. Surely they use double glazing and the like in Canada. Let's see what we can see, eh? So given that I can see in there, that tells me that firstly, I won't be able to escape as easily, and secondly, this place is going to be much colder than many other indoor locations. So that's some nice first aid stuff. Cups and things, newsprint, a stove, a radio. I suspect in story mode that would be more useful. Is that a can opener? I can open cans.
This will come in handy.
Like a real person. There's a way of crouching. Control. There's a rifle round. That'd be handy if there was also a rifle. Is there also a rifle? There's a pry bar. Oh, all of these tools. But it is still... So I've gotten rid of all of the wind chill, but the air temperature in here is really quite cold. So, what we need to do is forage for wood. 2 out of 5, I guess. We'll grab... I don't know. I don't actually understand what... Is it 1/20th? Or 1 out of a possible 20? I'm gonna grab... So if I were to push this all the way up, I don't think it's a great plan. Can't use the pry bar to help reclaim wood. So let's just spend a little bit of time. And I guess this is representing me breaking apart furniture and things. And if I go to forage, then there's now 18. Okay, that makes sense. I think that's a pretty sensible system. So I'm gonna start this fire. Warm up. Maybe do a bit of cooking. Fire starting's a fairly slow process. Just work, come on. I've only got 12 matches. Excellent. Now I should add a bit of wood to the fire. And then... Do I want to cook anything? Do I even have anything I can cook? If I go to equipment, what's in the food section? I'm just gonna eat the peaches. It doesn't seem like the kind of thing that you want to heat up. That's some nice calories. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to forage for more wood. Basic plan is to keep the fire going. As I tear this place apart. This is not exactly a sustainable approach because 1, I will run out of wood, and 2, I will run out of calories. But it does keep me warm. Do I have anything else I want to do? I could melt some snow. I don't know how long it takes to melt snow. Add to fire. Forage more wood. This place may be poorly insulated and everything, but it's got a stove. It's got a way for me to get water, and it was a place to retreat to. I think I'll probably leave it at this, depending on what I can see outside. Which is not a whole lot. Yep, I'm getting colder. The wind has gotten worse. You can already see it going. Wind chill is -12. The air temperature is not so bad, but I suspect... yeah, you can see that air temperature, so it is clearly modeling what happens if you keep the door closed. Can't do anything with the radio. I'm gonna drink. Because I'm thirsty. Maybe eat some chips. Beef jerky. Energy bar. Go with this beef jerky. Forage for some more wood. And hope that the weather dies down. Can't use the pry bar, which seems a bit strange. I would have thought that a pry bar would be perfect for dealing with this problem. And the stove goes out. So how quickly does the temperature drop once the stove goes out? Let's just forage for a bit of tinder. Still super windy. And, yep, air temperature drops straight back down. If I were to get into bed, bed has a warmth bonus of 5 degrees, so it'd be 0 degrees. It's not exactly warm in here. I'm gonna have to go back down. I don't have enough fuel to last the night, and I'm just gonna get colder. And besides, I do need more food. So I guess I'm gonna need to head down. See if I can find that camp again. The path has to lead somewhere, right? Surely. And this is a fixed map, so one of the things that will make subsequent lives easier, theoretically, is being able to recognize where I am, and then being able to make my way there in the snow and the fog and the wind. Because right now I am stumbling around fairly blind. I mean, a lot of it's going to look the same. There's only so much differentiation you can have between snow and trees and rocks. But we'll see. Chilly. Minus 35. Yeah, I've been in minus 35. And I wasn't also ridiculously hungry. And I was wearing a bit more than this, I think. Yeah, I wasn't wearing jeans. I was wearing a bit more than this.
It's making my head feel thick.
Interesting. Anyway, standing still and examining my own clothing probably wasn't the best of plans. Oh look, a sign. And here's the forestry thing. That is a pile of wood. I was hoping that would be a hut. Clear cut. Did I also hear a wolf? Because if I heard a wolf... Ah, no. That is the sun suddenly popping through. This is a road. What would be great is if there was actually a house, a hut of some description. Instead, it's just getting dark. I don't have a torch. Oh, right, because I can't actually do crafting without a bench. And my condition has started to go down, which is a bad sign. Don't know how to increase my condition. Pretty sure some of this comes from running. Being hungry. Okay. At least I can do something about being hungry. And thirsty. Ah, right. My condition also drops my carrying capacity. That makes sense. Sick people tend to not be able to do quite as much. It's true. That's kind of pretty. Although the fog background kind of makes that delineation very weird looking. Come on. Gonna need to stop and make a fire pretty soon. Once I hit 90%, I'll stop. I will set fire to something. Unless I can go inside over here. I think that is a pointy roof. Not just a rock. A collection of pointy roofs. Logging camp. Oh. Let's see what we got in the trailers. Give it this. You do feel a lot of relief when you come across these kinds of things.
I can use this.
Ooh, socks. Useless when wet, but hey. A heavy wool sweater. Keeps the core warm even when wet. Plastic container.
This stuff will come in handy.
Okay. Let's see what we've got clothes-wise. Thin wool sweater. Heavy wool sweater. Wear. Can't wear multiple copies of these things.
Crazy.
So I'm still getting cold, as I was just helpfully reminded. I would like to find a place with a stove. I just feel like it is not particularly clever to just set fire to things in a house. But I may resort to that. Because otherwise, number 3 is going to go the same way the first one went. Second one died a little bit faster. Well, actually, I guess this is number 4 because 1 just gave up. There's nothing in here. I wonder why the outdoors are taking so long to load right now. Alright, I'm gonna quickly check for something in here that I can harvest. like this frozen corpse.
Never know. Could end up being useful.
Sewing kit, firewood, and an axe. And the stove there, so I can set fire there. Let's just check for something in here.
Best to be prepared for anything.
What I would give for a properly stocked cabin like the first one I found. Instead it's dark and it's cold. Start a fire. You can't start a campfire indoors, so if you do not have a stove, go away. That's what I'm hearing. So I need to go outside, in which case my best bet is to go to that half-ruined place and use the stove that's in there, because I guess that's what other people did. And camp out near the corpse. That's great. Let's start this fire. In the stove that is submerged in snow. I somehow suspect this won't visually remove the snow. You can see the glow on the snow down the bottom of the screen from the submerged stove. That's great. Oh, well, that was not ideal. Let's try that again. Serves me right for trying to start a fire straight in the snow. Come on. What? Come on. It says 76% chance. Which, admittedly, this isn't that unlikely. It happens. Random numbers. But I am very I've been very unlucky. I'm failing here again would make me even less lucky. Oh yeah, that is the sound of a crackling fire. Alright, so, an excuse to stay right by the snow. Not the snow, the other thing. The fire, the thing that isn't directly killing me. So I'm just saying, this is snow here. This is a bit dumb. And, you know, that guy, I can use as a container. That is horrifying. Like, I get that from a certain point of view, they will be treated as the exact same thing. I'm gonna harvest these and get some cloth. But realistically, they are not the same thing. I'm gonna eat this low-condition beef jerky. And I'm tired, so I'm gonna need to sleep at some point. Fairly soon. But what I'm gonna do right now is forage for wood. I'm gonna forage for some hardwood with a hatchet. It only takes 12 minutes when you have a hatchet. And look, I can then go and add some fir firewood. Keep foraging. I'm gonna get some softwood now. I sure would like to know exactly what these different types of wood mean, because despite the fact that I was, in fact, a member of the scouting organization as a child, I know very little about these things. It gets darker. Okay, how am I doing? I am not really cold. That hovering around 0 feels like 7 degrees. 7 degrees is really cold. I mean, maybe this is also because I'm Australian? But for me, 7 degrees, especially since this is factoring in the warmth from my clothing. If I was, you know, naked and in a 7-degree environment, I would be extremely uncomfortable. Not freezing to death, sure. But, yeah. I guess because of this sheds much less light than I guess a fire normally would, because the fire is under the snow. And that bugs me perhaps more than it should. So, I'm not regaining condition or anything. Let's just boil a bit more water. Melt some more snow. Apparently you do have some spare water bottles around, which I don't feel is actually that unreasonable or anything. And now I can drink in the equipment section, I guess. And that completely eliminated that. And in the food section, I can eat this energy bar. Yeah, condensed milk is so calorie dense. Okay. And now let's see if we can... Wow, it's dark. Oof. Equipment. Okay, quick thing. Controls. I know that there is a way of lighting a match, and right now I completely underestimated just how dark it is. Wow. One is equip flare. I need to remember that. M is strike match. Okay, excellent. In a trailer. Just gonna rest for an hour. I hope that wasn't the sound of me lighting a second match. Okay. We'll rest for another 3 hours, and then honestly probably rest until I think it's likely to be a bit lighter outside, because it's dark. I mean, it's dark enough that I have no idea where the door is, actually. So... another 3 hours? I'm gonna get hungrier. Maybe this will give me enough light to see what the hell I'm doing. Ah, light. Oh. Okay, yes, I get it. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. One of these is easy to solve. Another is relatively easy to solve. Alright. Let's just do this. I like how it still offers me the options of using the other things. It's like, well, I do have this can opener, but I think it'd be a much better plan to just beat something. Oh, actually, before I leave, reclaim wood. Cool. Yeah, let's just do that. Just hack into some of this furniture. No visible wear and tear, but hey, it gets us some more wood to burn. Now we're into the outdoors. And with that, actually, I'm going to stop, and I will see you next time on Ranico Plays The Long Dark. Let's see how long we can go.